The Golden State Warriors found themselves in unfamiliar territory this past season as the three-time NBA champions stumbled into a 15-50 record. After making 5 consecutive NBA Finals from 2015 to 2019, the Warriors went from one extreme to another as they finished dead last in the Western Conference standings. The drastic turnaround was, of course, down to a combination of player departures and long-term injuries, especially in their star backcourt. The most notable player denatures included superstar small forward Kevin Durant opting to sign for the Brooklyn Nets in free agency, and veteran Andre Iguodala being forced off the roster due to financial implications from the Warriors re-signing Klay Thompson to a max contract in the offseason. With Thompson rehabbing an ACL injury the entire season after injuring it in the previous finals, and fellow Splash brother Steph Curry going down with a hand injury in March, the Warriors relinquished their status as the West's top dog, subsequently slipping all the way into the lottery. Despite undergoing a challenging season, the organization isn't one to rest on their laurels, and was somewhat rewarded for their poor campaign with a huge consolation prize of the number 2 overall pick in the upcoming NBA draft last week. Even without the pick, the Warriors were primed to return as one of the association's powerhouses with a fully healthy roster and a top 3 protected pick via the Minnesota Timberwolves in the 2021 draft, as well as a $17.2 million trade exception that expires early in free agency if they don't use it. Now, with the addition of the number 2 overall pick, they have a world of possibilities ahead of them to add to their already established championship core. Here are 4 ways the NBA draft lottery can shape the Warriors' future. 1. Outside of the Minnesota Timberwolves, the Warriors will have the pick of the best available talent if they opt to keep their draft pick. With a couple of standouts available, the Warriors could choose between Cole Anthony, James Wiseman, and LaMelo Ball, who are all expected to be the top 3 picks in the draft respectively. With the Timberwolves likely to take one of those promising stars, the Warriors could opt to go with whoever is left that suits their needs in a roster right now. Currently constructed, Wiseman would make the most sense for the franchise. The University of Memphis product would fill a hole in their front court with his 7'1" frame and supreme defensive upside, whereas both Ball and Anthony, although talented, could complicate things in their backcourt, which already struggled with the integration of D'Angelo Russell last season. Regardless of who is left come their selection, if the Warriors opt to pick the best player available, the roster will be getting an upgrade. While the temptation of having a number 2 pick join their roster is intriguing, most of the NBA community expect the Warriors to explore using the pick as a bargaining chip in order to lure another star into the franchise via trade. Considering the Warriors have both the number 2 pick this upcoming draft as well as a projected top 3 pick via Minnesota in 2021, they have the foundation of a very enticing trade package to trade for another star. A trade would almost certainly demand the inclusion of Andrew Wiggins and a host of young players to push the trade through, but the prospect of fielding another all-star caliber talent alongside Curry, Thompson, and Green may be too tempting to explore at the very least. 3. Focus on depth. Unlike other franchises with lottery picks, the Warriors already possess a championship caliber core ready to put together another title pursuit. When you throw in the fact they acquired versatile wing Andrew Wiggins through a trade last summer, and the return to full health of promising young big man Kevin Looney, the Warriors all of a sudden have a solid starting unit, which on paper will be better than most starting lineups in the league. Because of this, the Warriors can opt to use their draft pick and roster maneuvering to become one of the deepest rosters in the association. There will be no shortage of players wanting to join the organization, and the second pick in the draft can also be used to bring in additional picks and players to help with roster depth. 4. The last avenue the Warriors have at their disposal may be the trickiest, but could potentially be the most intelligent and fruitful way to use the assets available to them. The Warriors could use the second overall pick to draft the best available player, use their projected top 3 pick in the 2021 draft to trade for a big contributor, and use the trade exception to bring in another veteran rotation player to help the roster compete next season. Alternatively, the Warriors could use the second overall pick and package the trade exception in 2021 lottery pick in order to bring in high-level starter. Needless to say, the Warriors are not short of options moving forward after their disappointing campaign. With a fully healthy roster and the ability to use their future assets and current crop of young talent, the Warriors' front office find themselves with all the desirable options in the hopes of bringing another championship to the organization. One thing is for sure, if the Warriors can pull it off, the NBA world would be at their mercy once again.